10 years ago today, an event rocked the Southeast. The Deepwater Horizon oil rig explosion killed 11 workers and dumped 4 million barrels of oil into the Gulf of Mexico, making it the largest oil spill in U.S. history.
As News 13's Erica Orstad tells us, while the event did have widespread environmental impacts, the Florida Panhandle took more of an economic blow, learning lessons that are being used as we navigate the uncertain times we are living in today.
Just outside the cabin.
It was a tragic day for 11 families that caused pain across the southeastern United States. When the Deepwater Horizon oil rig, located about 40 miles off the coast of Louisiana, exploded. The blast alone killed 11 people working on board. Underneath the water's surface, thousands of gallons of oil began to pump into the Gulf of Mexico, continuing for 87 days.
It was an astonishing event, and it caused tremendous fear and uncertainty all across Northwest Florida.
Here in Bay County, the effects were felt immediately, but it wasn't because of any oil washing on shore. In fact, the beaches here looked then a lot like they do now, clean and pristine. But in the days and weeks to follow, the local economy took a big hit.
We saw a significant drop in our revenues that summer. Visitors were staying away because they were afraid of the unknown because of all the massive coverage related to the spill.
Normally a time tourists flocked to the area, bookings began to disappear. The national perception was that oil was everywhere along all Gulf bordering beaches, but the local reality was much different.
We've been looking for like the black stuff, but we haven't seen any of that.
The news would be out here on the beach talking about tar, and behind them was one of the most beautiful beaches in the world.
In Walton County, a similar experience.
The biggest impact was economic.
Melinda Gates, environmental coordinator for Walton County, says that economic hit taught a very important lesson.
We have to learn about diversity when it comes to the economy.
This was a key takeaway for the entire region, as the economy is largely based around tourism and the military.
When something bad happens in the Gulf or in the Pentagon, we don't want our economy to come crashing down.
Don Gates is the chairman of Triumph Gulf Coast. After the spill, a lawsuit resulted in $1.5 billion sent to Florida to cover economic damages. Triumph oversees how 75% of that money is spent in Northwest Florida.
We're using those dollars to fund projects that add more good-paying jobs to Northwest Florida.
Projects like Port Panama City's East Terminal and career and technical training programs across the Panhandle.
Recreate jobs and add new jobs that will make our economy stronger and more resilient.
Bay County's county manager Bob Micah says there were other takeaways that were applied in the aftermath of Hurricane Michael and are being applied now during the COVID-19 pandemic.
A lot of lessons were learned on how to, really not knee-jerk react to things, kind of make data-based decisions, think out ahead, try to be ahead of the situation.
Keeping constant communication channels open with the public as the community continues to navigate yet another unprecedented event.
I think, whether it's the oil spill, whether it's Michael or the pandemic, I think, again, this community just continues to exemplify what resiliency means.
Gates says the best is yet to come.
I believe that the next 20 years in Northwest Florida will be more successful, more prosperous than the last 20 years.
Learning from the past while trying to build a new future during another unique time. In Panama City Beach, Erica Orstad, News 13, Panhandle Strong.